Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on getting our economy online, and there's a lot of construction happening here now. That is magnificent. We're of course working on bailiffs. That's going to be a ways away. The renowned antelope hide was destroyed, but that's fine. We don't really care about that. So there's a lot of construction that just started. And I mean a lot of construction. We're going to want to upgrade this temple as soon as we can. But we certainly have a lot going on here. We can come over this direction, and we can actually upgrade our simple earthworks. We do have spearmen stationed here. We can also upgrade our shallow ore mines, which apparently don't require a... No, we already have a level 2 castle. What am I talking about? We can definitely make our way up over this way. This is requiring manorialism. This is requiring guilds. Yes. So that is expected. We can definitely upgrade this for the additional tax holding here. But no, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get that going. So that's absolutely fine. If we wanted to get these guys upgraded, yeah, that's just cash. Wonderful. That's absolutely great. So we do want to get whatever we can constructing, but we want it to be things that are going to make us money. So I'd like to upgrade these mosques over here. They're not automatically upgrading. They'll get there eventually. Presumably. But right now, they're not auto-upgrading. This castle isn't upgrading currently either, but that's to be expected. Sure, show this guy in. I wish he had brought 50 gold. That would have been nice, but alas, he did not. So how much are these to upgrade each? 357 and 412. Okay. Well, our men-at-arms upkeep was just reduced. That'll be convenient for us. Down to 11.5 there. Because our spouse negotiated better upkeep terms. So that looks very, very good. We do have our royal court below expectations. We're not concerned about this right now. We're very not concerned about it. I don't want to spend money on court amenities, not while we're investing this heavily. So what does he get out of this promise? Who knows? But we gained a favor hook on that guy, and we're going to use it to gain 50 gold. Just instantly. We're going to instantly call in that favor. And that allows us to upgrade not this castle. Sure, we can become friends with this guy. Not that mosque, but this mosque. There we go. Looks good. So with that underway, we're going to be just trying to get things upgrading in our personal duchies as quickly as we can. We just finished a convert faith task, so there's actually no additional convert faiths to do. So we're just going to be continuing to work on religious relations. That sounds absolutely fine. Cool. Our old foe died. Always nice. And we'll get this temple upgrading once we have 314 gold. It'll be a bit. Okay, so this is a surprise birthday party, but we're shy, and we could gain unpredictable. Who could that be at this hour? It's a surprise birthday party. We're going to take a medium-sized gift. We got a lucky Bedouin coin. What would that actually be for us? We could replace, like, maybe this book. Monthly stewardship lifestyle experience and domain taxes and stewardship per stress level? I feel like that's probably better than this. Let's see, that's 4% versus 2%. Maybe it's not actually better in terms of the actual income, but I think we'll take it for the lifestyle focus. I think it's a slight downgrade in terms of our actual raw income. But that does give us an additional reason, and we need to upgrade this. That does give us an additional reason to want to go up a stress level. So that's reasonably fine. Our spouse gave us a well-organized court. I would have preferred cash, but sure. Cash is very important, of course. We finished a promote culture task, and I would like to continue to work on promoting culture. We're going to head down over here next. Looks good. So we're very heavily focused right now on getting all of these upgrades built, right? There's no doubt about that. We can upgrade our earthworks, but that's not a huge deal here. Ultimately, we'd love for our overall domain limit to be 14. That would be the ideal scenario, but I have no idea how realistic that actually is, especially now that they've made these changes so that these are building slots instead of domain limits early on. It makes some sense, though. It makes your personal domain a lot weaker early, so it slows down the snowball. I don't mind that change. I wish there were ways to make back up the domain limit later on in the game. Maybe there are, and I don't know about them. It's a possibility. I'd like to... Oh, this temple actually started upgrading itself, or we got it? No, we got that one. It's this one we didn't get. Right. We're increasing control over here. And that's done now. Looks good. I want this guy to go back onto train commanders. There we go. Water mills constructed in TAFE, which is great. That is, of course... TAFE is up over here. So that looks good. I would very much like to get this temple upgraded. We're missing 18 gold on it, so let's just do that. No, it's too expensive. We lose that sword. We don't care about it. There's our gold. Okay. So this temple is now upgrading to level 2. Basically, everything here should be upgraded or upgrading to level 2 now. So I want to check through all of these and make sure that all of our holding levels are level 2 or are upgrading to level 2 as we speak. They should be. Yes. I believe that to be the case. Cool. Yep, that is indeed the case. Wooden barracks have been built in Yanbu. We're definitely going to want to go up to levying grounds here as soon as we can. And we'll get there. We're definitely seeing our soldier count increase as well. I think we just turn a quick profit with some clever trades here. A smithy investment would actually be pretty good, though. This is in Medina. It'd be better if it was in Mecca. Mecca's a much better tax location. So a mason's workshop would not be the way to go here. A smithy would be the way to go. This would be for 30 years. So assuming that this number doesn't change, which is a bad assumption. 3.27 is, or 20% of 3.2, so times 0.2 is 0.654. And then we multiply that. Is this tax number the yearly number or the monthly number? I'm pretty sure it's the monthly number. So we're going to assume it's monthly, and then we're going to multiply by 12, and then we're going to multiply that by 30. So this is 235.44 gold over the duration. I mean, that's a lot more than 20. But we'd lose 40 gold, so we'd end up with a profit of about 10 times over what we get here. We'll invest in the smithy. It's a 75% chance. We got it. Okay, good. So that should end up paying for itself. It's basically a delta of 60 gold, right? Because we pay 40, and we would have gotten 20. So it's a delta of 60 gold, so we end up making about a grand total of 180 off of that. Cool. So that's fine. We definitely need to continue our investments. We do get a new stewardship lifestyle perk. We'll take Fearful Troops, which will drop our men-at-arms maintenance somewhat. Down to 10? That's better. And hey, a stress level because our sister died in childbirth. I mean, it's not good for her that she died in childbirth, but... We're going to take the stress level. That boosts us up to 41.3 income. That also will increase our stewardship because of the lucky Bedouin coin. So that's absolutely great there that we go up in stress. No problem whatsoever. Yanbu, of course, we can get some additional upgrades going in. Challenge to board game. Sure, we'll play chess. Now, what are we good at? We've got 6 martial, we've got 12 intrigue, and 7 learning. So we're just going to do our intrigue. Innocent whistling. Cool. You'll never see my moves coming. We lost. Okay, sure. We'll see who wins next time. It doesn't actually matter. So that's fine. We lost that one. Presumably he just had better intrigue than we did or something. I didn't even look at that, but it's fine. We're going to upgrade these barracks. And we're up to 43.5 income per month right now. That's looking better. As these start to finish up here, we are going to see this number start to climb. Especially when this tax assessor finishes. That's going to net us quite a lot of additional gold. So that's going to be great. Camp Cooks constructed in K-Bar. Evidence is circumstantial indeed. So we're going to head up to K-Bar here. Yeah, this is as good as that's going to get for now. Okay. So that's all looking good for the moment. We could get these upgrades done. I guess we may as well get them underway. Yes, show in this guy in his 50 gold. We need a lot of gold. We need a ridiculous number of gold, quite frankly. Hey, our heir became Midas touched. That is nice. He's currently unmarried. Let's marry him to someone where he can start producing children. Honestly, she's fine. Gives us an okay alliance as well. So that'll do the trick. Cool. So we are going to... Yeah, there's a contest going on. That's fine. We're going to continue to invest here. How are we doing on our innovations? Bailiffs are 22 years out. So that's not going to be too long, right? That'll be fine. Bailiffs are quite a ways away yet. That's probably good, to be honest. We have a lot of construction to do yet. Frankly, a ridiculous amount of construction to do. We're going to want to have a good amount of cash going into that because we're going to need to fill like every single building slot simultaneously or close to it. This seems actually decent. Who is this guy? Oh, this guy again. Well, what could possibly go wrong? We accept that. We have an alliance formed with him. He's reasonably powerful. It was this guy that was the problem before, right? I mean, not this guy exactly. He's dead. But it was this realm previously that we had the problem with. This should be fine. He's quite powerful. Tax assessors in Mecca. I like it. So we're going to hop down over to Mecca, and we're going to immediately begin upgrading our farms and fields here. Excellent. Our counselor died under mysterious circumstances. I'm sure it's completely natural death. Nobody did any murdering whatsoever. I'm 99% sure of that. No, I'm 0% sure of that. Somebody murdered him. I'm 95% certain of that. So, gold is definitely flowing in a little bit better now. There's a lot more to do on that front. Bailiffs are going to be done. If we're still focused on economy, the choice next would be royal prerogative into coinage. Most likely. We'll see how it's feeling, but that's definitely what I'm leaning towards right now. Hey, another stewardship lifestyle perk. So that's at any cost right there, which is actually a big one. We're going to sell our trivial titles. And I don't think this is our sell trivial titles event. I think this is just 150 free gold. Cool. You're a true and loyal vassal. So we got another 300 gold. That was big. We can get a bunch of upgrades going here. So we can work on monastic schools. We can work on anything that's not constructing that can be. A lot of our castles can't be further expanded because we don't have burrs yet, which is fine and completely normal. We're going to grab desert agriculture here. We're going to certainly grab quarries. We can upgrade to guilds. Does this require burrs? It does. Okay, camelries require burrs. That's noted. These are upgrading, of course. Anything down over this way. This castle would need additional cash to upgrade. Okay, so we have our cash spent at this point. All of that invested right back into our realm. Beautiful. But now that we have access to both of those large sources of cash, selling trivial titles and extorting subjects, we're going to do much, much better in terms of gold income. We're going to be able to flow this gold directly back into our territories and get this all built up quite quickly. We can extort our subjects again. Why take a little when we can take a lot? And so we shall. We're going to hop down over... Actually, this started on its own, I think. No, it was this castle that we were looking at. We're going to upgrade the trade port here. That looks good. And we're not going to invest this money out over here at this time. We are looking to invest within our own realm here. So that city is a good place to put it. Everywhere else is pretty much building. So we can bank this cash at this moment and wait for an opportunity to spend it. There will be more. So this is absolutely fine. 300 gold. There's no time for this. We're not going to spend that money. Cool. Our court grandeur level has decreased. We can start thinking about raising up our court grandeur level eventually. I don't know that now is the time for that. Yeah, I don't think it is. So where are these men-at-arms all stationed at? You're stationed in K-Bar. You're stationed in Al Medina. That's correct. You're stationed down here. That's fine. You should be stationed in Mecca. Yes. You're stationed in Yanbu, which seems okay. You're stationed here. So that's heavy infantry here. Yes, that seems good. This has Camp Cooks. Can we swap that for anything? No. There's no heavy infantry upgrades there. Okay. So that's as good as we can get there. And then you are stationed in Al-Waj, which is up over this way. Yup. And then you are stationed in Sufaina, which is here. Yes. Okay. Now we can invest some of this gold into bumping up our men-at-arms. It's an option, and I feel like it's a reasonable one at this point. I do feel like it's reasonable. It would be reasonably expensive to get it done. Oh, we're lacking a knight here, aren't we? Yes, we are. We want to appoint the Silver Hand. There we go. Cool. Now we're no longer lacking that knight. This is up to level 10. I think our Silver Hand would need to level up again. Yeah, because the Accolade lost an Accolade rank. That's fine. I'm wondering if we actually have a successor set up. And sure, we can pay to recruit this guy. If we actually have a successor set up, then do we not lose the glory? I don't know. We could seek a worthy Accolade successor here. The voice of reason, sure. So we'll seek a worthy successor, and eventually we might find one. Hopefully. Interesting. That closed without me closing it. Ah. Our Accolade went away again. Okay, cool. So in that case, we're going to restore Accolades. We'll send out the Herald. So there's an Accolade successor. And we will put in our Silver Hand. Apparently, we don't have someone who can be that. We would need to possibly recruit these guys. 130 gold and 110 gold. That is expensive. And we'll bump back down to stress level 1. Okay. So now we're going to look to appoint the Silver Hand. And we'll appoint this guy. And then as his successor, we can recruit this guy. Who would eventually, yes, please enter, deposit the gold on your left. Eventually, this guy would become our knight? We paid to recruit him, but he hasn't shown up. Okay, that's exciting. Well, this guy's only 23, so in theory, he just needs to work that up. Yes, showing this guy in his 50 gold. I accept your generous gifts. Cool. So for now, we'll call that good. The levying grounds have been constructed in Yanbu. Sure. So we should upgrade our watchtowers here for sure. Anything else that we want to upgrade? Now, most of these castles are unupgradable at this point. So we're just checking through to see if there's anything not constructing, like these over here. We'll build guilds, and we don't have the cash to construct libraries here. We'll have that pretty soon, though. And yes, the Silver Hand needs a worthy successor. We can appoint a successor here as well. See, that's the thing about doing this, is these successors come and go very, very rapidly. It's a huge amount of upkeep, so that's why I've not been doing successors for them. Large stone quarries have been constructed in TAFE. Sure. And we can grab Avaricious, which is definitely going to boost up our income. 53 now? Much better. I would love to get an upgrade going over here. It'll need to be homesteads. Sultan Yaya's sword. No, it's too expensive. Get out of here with that. Cool. So we're definitely going to upgrade our large stone quarries over here fairly soon. How are we doing on our trivial titles and our extorting of subjects? Those are 3 years out. So that's going to be some time. But we're definitely making better money. We're not making enough money to construct simultaneously in all of these, but we're getting there. It's definitely a lot harder to get this economic snowball rolling. Hello, the succession is safe. It's a lot harder to get this economic snowball rolling when we've only got the 2 building slots. No doubt about that. We're going to be getting another one here, and then in the High Medieval era, I believe at this point that is an additional building slot. It's only in the Late Medieval era when it becomes a domain limit. Okay. We did finish up a task just now. That would have been our promote culture. We're going to continue to work down over this direction and promote this culture. Fantastic. Over here in Mecca, I would definitely like to get a desert agriculture going, and we certainly will do so. And we're just going to look to keep our cash spent down at this moment. That is our primary goal. Just keep investing. We're getting that snowball going. Bailiffs is how far out at this point? 18 years. Okay. So we want to be done with all of this construction by the time Bailiffs is done. And I think that's a super doable thing. We're not going to have to deal with Burrs, since we delayed Burrs until after Bailiffs. And we'll see what happens after Armillary Sphere. But overall, I think this is a very, very doable thing. We'll get this quarry upgrading. And this is all looking great. I will say, though, that Men-at-Arms stationing definitely changes the way that this goes. Which wife is this? This is our important wife. Okay. We're going to need to find a new important wife. Only skill 24 on the stewardship here. It's going to be exciting, for sure. We'll make her our primary spouse. 8 of 8. Okay, good. We did make it back up to 8. But this is definitely changing the way that I do this. We have a lot more military duchies here, and a lot more military holdings, and a lot fewer economic holdings because of the men-at-arms stationing. That's interesting. So this spy master died, and we're going to need a new one. There we go. Cool. Anywhere we can invest this cash? I mean, obviously, yes. There's plenty of places. Hello, 300 gold. We'll happily take that. We'll upgrade this trade port, and it's gone. Just like that. Cool. So we need to do a bunch of upgrades, particularly in our economic duchy, right? That is where we're going to get the most benefit. We're up to 65 right now, but we are stressed. We'll have to manage our stress. And we've definitely seen our soldier count increase fairly dramatically as well. Meadows and ditches finishing up. Cool. We'll definitely work on our hill forts here. That will boost up our station spearmen. So that looks good. And with that, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue these investments. We are really starting to economically snowball now, and that looks great. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Ro Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.